Hello, friends. Welcome back to another review of my financial predictions for NVIDIA and Tesla. So, we had that in the last videos, we talked about this massive volatility, massive crash as well, global crash, not just traditional finances, stocks. It was also cryptocurrencies and other things. This happened around the 18th to 19th of December. Now, some stocks did better than others. For example, NVIDIA took these hits like a champ, not like Tesla, which had like three or two consecutive reds. After that, we see that Nvidia climbs on the 20, which it was Friday, and today, which is 23 of December, it's another green day for Nvidia, just like it was predicted. It was going to be a very volatile day because there were some very crazy signals that, for example, we had this green circle engulfed in a way by this massive yellow circle, and also sharing that single day with this red box. So we had a perfect mix of volatility, having all of these energies sharing one single day. Now, this massive yellow box, circle right here, this is a range of days which are going to be days where either there's going to be a lot of volatility, some range even possibly, and also it could be undecided in a way. For example, maybe tomorrow it could be a red day, but that could be erased on the 25, where we could see another very powerful impulse. That's because we have this green box right here, 24, 25, which again is a range of days. It doesn't mean that these 2 days are going to be necessarily green, but there's a possibility that one of these days could be green, especially even two of these days. But that really depends on the volatility of tomorrow, which is going to be 24. Yellow, all yellow circles always mean volatility or range or a mix of both. That's all they mean. And sometimes we do get a range, sometimes we get massive volatility. It's really kind of hard to pin down exactly what it's going to look like unless we have some preceding days. So there's a potential again from 24, 25, possibly another impulse, depending on what happens on these days. If this position, let's just take this position as a reference. If we were to see another powerful impulse, I'm thinking it's going to be maybe 3%, 4% at most. If that's the case, we can maybe see Nvidia recover back to the basically to the higher high of the month, which was around the 5th of December. So that could be the best case scenario right here. That somehow Nvidia recovers, and it's recovering right now. I mean, I told you guys that Nvidia was looking pretty bad on these last weeks. Most of these days were red, unlike Tesla, which were massive greens. But just from the last Friday, we are starting to see that Nvidia is recovering right here, and it's a very powerful recovery. I mean, this is within the range of these prices, of these levels that I talk in my previous videos. I mean, you guys know that, for example, I think was covering one of these days that a recovery will look like some level similar to this one and to the lower lows of the 9th of December. And look at this. It's exactly in the range that I talk about. Maybe just slightly lower, but it's very, very similar to the range and the levels I was referring to. So that's what we can expect for Nvidia. Again, these days are going to be volatile. Maybe some of them will be undecided. And after that, we can see a powerful reds again. 27 and 26, 27. One of these days are going to be corrections. And in the worst case scenario, the 2 days could be consecutive corrections. If that's the case, we can see that all of the gains, maybe, or some of the gains that we can gain in these days and today, for example, could be erased, at least partially. Something like that. I don't know. Finally, the last final days of the month are going to be very volatile. I think, it's showing that the 30th of December could be very volatile because we have two energies, opposite energies, sharing that single day. But given that the last circle is technically this red circle, we can expect that maybe it's going to be more dominating with the red energy. I mean, more correction. That's basically, I mean, this pattern right here, the last circle, is always very powerful. And for some reason, it always trends downwards. It's way more powerful when it's a red one instead of a solid green last circle. So we have to be very aware of that and, just prepare accordingly, right? For the Tesla chart, before I begin with the Tesla chart, I just want to invite you all to subscribe, share, and like. Hit the like button, give me your comments, give me your insights, and let's get on with this. Okay, so look at this, guys. This is exactly what I was saying right some minutes ago about the differences between Tesla and Nvidia. We see that the Tesla chart was looking really, really good. Consecutive greens, unlike Nvidia, which was almost consecutive reds. And after that, after this day, which is the day where the crash began globally again, markets, cryptocurrencies, everything. 18th of December, non-stop corrections. It was the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th of December was very volatile, basically a yellow day. Unlike Nvidia, recall that this was a green day for Nvidia, and this day as well today was also a green day for Nvidia, and Tesla has it in the yellow because this is the closing position and this is the starting position. I mean, this one right here. It's very identical, extremely identical, very similar. So basically, a yellow day, just like I told you guys, it was a solid yellow day. There was no green or red sharing this day. It was just yellow. This is exactly what a yellow circle is. One of the many facets of a yellow circle. So very, very interesting. And again, very, very on point. No one else has this accuracy, guys. No one else will bring you and share with you these amazing alerts, amazing signals that are just extremely profitable. Now, for Tesla, the situation doesn't look that good. I mean, maybe some of this information about NVIDIA could be shared, I mean, in terms of the green boxes, but I don't think so because this divergence is already very strong. So maybe they could have seen some of these relationships, but I don't think that's going to be the case because Tesla has the 24 and 25. Any of these 2 days could be corrections, and the last days of the week are going to be also yellow. So we can expect maybe even more range, maybe more undecidedness from these days. Some volatility goes up and down, something like that, maybe. But there's no solid green indicator. Now, this doesn't mean we are not going to see an impulse in this week for Tesla, at least. Maybe we can expect that, but I think it's going to struggle right here for Tesla. The last days for Tesla, however, look completely green, which is a good indicator, if not for the fact that, again, just like I told you, whenever we have this last circle, that always represents that it's going to be very powerful and it's going to influence other days, not just the last days. In this case, it could influence the 30th and maybe even the 1st of January on the green energy. However, in my experience doing these charts, the fact that this last circle is green doesn't really play out as good as when you have a red energy. For some reason, the last circle always responds way better to the red energies, meaning that they are just way more powerful than the green ones. For some reason, I don't know why, but it's a pattern that I have noticed, that I have studied whenever I make my predictions. I mean, guys, I've been making predictions for months already. And again, not just cryptocurrencies or stocks or whatever. I mean, Forex, you name it, indicators. And that's always the case with this last circle indicator. Maybe this means that Tesla could outperform, at least compared to Nvidia, on these last days of the month, like the literal last days of the month. But it's going to be hard that we see actually 2 or 3 consecutive green days. For some reason, I think that's going to be very hard to see. Anyways, that's all I have for you. This is all I have. I'll keep you guys updated. It's basically we're already at the very last days of the month, so Maybe I'll be talking about this on Christmas or after Christmas. So yeah, in any case, have a good day. I wish you a good day, and again, just invite you all to subscribe, share, and like. Comments. All of that is very welcome. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.